My name is Christa Stoneham, and I'm the CEO and president of the Houston Land Bank. The Houston Land Bank started off as a program with the city of Houston over 20 years ago, where the city would go and acquire tax delinquent properties and put them back on the market by selling them to $1 to local builders so we could construct affordable housing. The city wanted to focus on addressing blight, dilapidated properties, abandoned, vacant, etc., which mostly are in the underserved areas of Houston, but then branched off as a separate organization and entity in 2018 called the Houston Land Bank. So our mission is still the same, except we also expanded into other areas of impact so we can address economic development, infrastructure needs, really whatever customized solution is needed for neighborhoods, and with neighborhoods. So my background is in architecture. I went to the best HBCU this side of the Mississippi called Prairie View A&M University. So I have a bachelor's and master's in architecture and another master's in community development. And that's when I really started to understand about systems and solutions needed for neighborhoods. Except I decided that it wasn't enough for me just to design a building. I really wanted to design the inclusive solutions for the building, but also the bigger neighborhood and how does that impact everyday life. So I consider myself an architect of systems change, and just my personal mission just so happens to align with my job. So I get to bring other areas of impact and partners that I've met over the years. I'm originally from California, but I've had the pleasure of really living half my life out here. So the people that I've really cultivated in my adult profession and how that has really just aligned with just my God-given purpose. So because my mission aligns with my job, they are currently, in sync. But even before this job, I've been in this role for a year now. I've been implementing different solutions just in my personal time and my professional time. I'm just very fortunate that I can sync them now, but in the past, so for example, I hosted my own farmers market for my birthday in the community that I live in, which is Fifth Ward, which is a food desert. Because some of my friends are local Black farmers, invited them out to help provide fresh and healthy food options, and also invited local business owners to sell their items at the market. And it was so exciting that the local nonprofit picked it up and continued it on a monthly basis. But it's just part of who I am to give service. And that is just something that I believe we all have a responsibility in how we hold ourselves accountable of how you choose to show up in order to help the bigger picture and the society of us as a people. It's really why, you wake up every day, or at least I wake up every day. I think about it's not over until you win, right? But even after you win, it's still not over because someone needs to pick up that torch for the next generation and just things that you can't even foresee. For example, the pandemic, no one saw that coming, right? 2020 vision and all these different things that everyone was excited for, but it was a different level of response and empathy, and really highlighted just the disparities that were already there, that have been there, that everyone knew, but now it expedited a response in addition to the murder of George Floyd, right? And that, I think, helped to humanize some of the actions that we take just in an everyday life. And I'm just very grateful and fortunate to serve in the roles that I have. But my goal has always been the same, which is really just to bring empathy and action just for a purpose bigger than myself. I think I just want to share that, I'm very proud for where I am right now, in my life, and just knowing my own voice. It wasn't something that I just woke up and just decided one day. And it was, but it also was a journey of me trying new things and trusting myself in moments that you don't know the outcomes. So I just want to share that, yes, it's great that I'm CEO and president of this great organization and I'm bringing impact to Houston, but it's really important to show up as yourself first, trust yourself, know your voice in your heart, and also have a great community around you who sees that vision as well, because not everyone's going to see it, and that's perfectly fine, because it wasn't a message that God gave them. They gave it to you. For entrepreneurs, I would highly suggest they continue their journey of growth and continue education to find the resources that you need for your strengths and some of the opportunities for growth. I don't want to say weakness. There's no such thing as being weak. You just need to know that you'll never know everything. You just need to know who does. I'll tell you one thing. I've never met another Black woman who was an architect and an urban planner and a fundraiser like myself until 5 years ago. I always thought I was just this unicorn out here, just bringing what I could to the tables that I sat, and I was looking for a mentor and just that representative to confirm that I was on the right path. Especially at that point, not really knowing where I would end up, which is a developer. So when I think about the younger version of myself, this is why I choose to show up authentically as myself, to encourage young people that you can and you will do what you seek, but you have to have that courage. You have to trust yourself, and you really just got to walk and just enjoy the moments of every day. So I try to show up to make sure that I'm seen, just because I remember there was a time that I didn't see anyone that looked like me. So you can find the Houston Land Bank on all social media platforms, on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook. Our website is houstonlandbank.org, or you can find me on LinkedIn, Christa Stoneham. Also, I welcome you to follow my Instagram page, which is Christa_connects.